Looking at the manufacturing process of Wang Wadu, I finally understood why Wadu can be called the most great invention in the field of fierce swords. A few lawyers strengthened the gold, and the workers had to plant the bridge 7749 by the strength of 80 yuan. The overall weight instantly turned over by everything around, such as steel. Online sales temperature. Here is a large local factory, is the first step to do tile beams. First design the required specifications and models, and then start the history of the cutting machine. Under the effect of high-level electricity, the steel plate was quickly styled into more points, which is part of the raw materials for manufacturing grip. Then transported to the front according to the specified position. You no longer remove the surface. Then you have to draw a specific ruler for the publication level. Every step of the way. I think very carefully. Because of this and the economic all level, the factory that started became the one I took away from the working girls. Start the plate below to put the stiff plate. Put 2 yuan gang and put another rigid plate. After placing one set, knead it to the next set. So this yuan gang is equivalent to a measuring tool. It can effectively ensure that the rigid plate is punched first. Now let's move on to another process to make the knife. Start by stuffing high-strength aid steel into it. Then from left to right is picked. This iron place is also very long-lasting. It can raise a digging sleeve, much like a support. The workers took out another steel fort with increased thickness. So accepted by the fire. Do you know where to use it? You guessed it right. This big fire is also a full accessory. Every military should be installed in the aircraft. Such a large hand and the dosage. Another 3 or 5 years to accept a specific problem. The installation is done with teeth. Next, let's start installing the digging set test. At this time, test how long Han has been on the wall panel. It's not good at all to use materials. Afterwards, it is ready to install another accessory, Hangyang. Do not measure once per installation step. Once there is a situation of convergence and deviation, the workers will manipulate the director. Adjust the size of the beams on the fly. It will be restored to crude oil preparation. The following is the Han digging beam Hangyang. Then he picked up a piece and was playing dozens of pounds. After pouring the red grain surface. This position is red grain plus wall gold. With this steel plate, the durability approaching, there will be a direct boost. And the size is also Hankui Laogu. From then on, they became one. Aeronautical adjustment has been initiated. Put the digging away slow tune. Let it rotate and turn over. Next, start the Hankui ruler. On the strengthening of bolt. You name it. It's just a small location. It actually uses high strength and gold steel. Let's install another important accessory kit. It's the one who entered the industry in the picture. Dig away to body mount seal plate. For this location, again, use an apology. Group pull up. Otherwise, such a high-strength steel plate. It's hard for ordinary people to let him reminisce. Then put the old bones of the traitors on the left and right sides. If you look closely, you will have a lot of parts. At this point, it's time to manipulate a fine cut. It is equivalent to partial total excision. Now it looks a little longer. The worker took out the steel plate on the side. Walk slowly in front of digging dong. Follow the marks on the digging dong. Estimate it. This is digging dong on the tree to strengthen the gold. From the uninitiated, these are just 3 simple steel plates. But the role he played was quite large. When the worker will heat a section of the fire, another worker will keep the coke machine for molten iron until one side fits the backboard. The workers quickly grabbed on one side again. Keep it at the same level all the time. Then join again. Heavy blowing on MO Special Force. Judging by this picture, there seems to be a bit of a smack up at toe. It's hard to imagine. This is the manufacturing level of a developed country. But it should not be said. The materials are full and the quality can stand the test. To describe it in one way, that's the Manchester Palace out of the system. Here, the bucket was loaded with 3 sets of reinforcements. The main role of wall gold is to improve the brutality of digging. When digging jitter extends downward, wall gold can be effectively avoided. The problem of the rings and columns due to the lack of wall degree. Then remove the multiple sets of steel plates. Pinguin is constantly transforming to the bottom of the continuous. Next, install another important accessory to sell the template. As the name suggests, the main effect of this aim is to gradually reduce the number of hands. It can effectively reduce the pattern technology of the cladding. Of course, there is also a certain effect of adding walls. Then it was extended to the same pond to pick it up. There are more than suggestions that can't leave a count behind. With the resistant film, the Han is finished. Let's start digging out. I didn't hide it. That is, the connection bits between the plates. This is also the last time to see the work area. Now let's see how the Han connection effect. Han point is unanimous. This look is the master who has been working for many years at the same time. Then you have to take out the surface, hands a tong. As for the small analysis, it depends on the pneumatic motorizer in front of you. Little by little. After many people processed wrong, the surface has already been calculated to be a work effort. Next, start installing the accessory ruler. This thing is an art piece in the digging of dong. It doesn't take long for it to look good. So taste added to the design. Select message pinning. This is also done to facilitate a dismantling. What do you think of such fine digging dong? As the digging dong knows the forming, let's take a look at the actual effect. Start by inserting the ball into it. Then the excavator can be installed autonomously. Just sell one button, and the two become one. Self-dismantling and subdivision. What do you think of this kind of digging dong?